Pictures, okay. Oh, interesting. They have this one. They have this one where she's smiling slightly and she's holding the book in her hand. Obviously, we have more poems. So you got Sayori's first one. Got Sayori's second. Natsuki's first. Natsuki's second. Yuri first. Yuri second. I kind of want to look at something, right? Because I've been kind of going down the rabbit hole, understanding what's to be expected in this game, and things can get a little wild. So, you know, you just, yeah. So, well, for one thing, let me change my wallpaper a bit. As you can see, we got a little bit of more music in here. That's always fun. Something relaxing to play in the meantime. That's right. For our next poem. All right, words. Vivid anxiety. Anger, kitty. Let's try with kitty. Smile. Imagination. Wait, I just noticed something. Hold on. Move certain words, they rivet. Parfait. Romance. Waterfall. Scars. Eternity. Tears. Prayer. Destiny. Heaven sent. Precious. Heart. Joy. Fantasy. Fickle. Massacre. Landscape. Curious. Don't worry, I walked in on the two cutest chicks here. Yeah, suddenly she seems a little happy. Natsuki in particular. I mean, we know about Yuri, but it's not a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. You for four people? Huh? Okay. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori, Wave my hand in front of her face. Hello, Sayori. Spacing out again. Is everything alright? This feels like you're a little, you know, sorry for assuming things. Something's off. Shows me a big smile. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glanced at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. But the conversation is already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must have been spending a lot of time together. Timidly approached Monica, who's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori lately? Maybe I'm reading into it much, but she seems a little downcast today. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she's really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything. So I'll drop it now. You sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Person of interest. What do you mean by that? Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Oh boy. How's she know that this girl likes me like that? Okay. What? No way. Sorry, it's always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it's always been. I don't know about that. see, again, I do not agree with these predetermined statements. I kind of wish the game had let me choose what I want to say. I kind of wish they put a little more thought into that in this game, but hey, I'm just going with it. Okay. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori's sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. She's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her, to have fun with everyone else. But that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. There's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly, I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. Oh yeah. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk, sitting one next to her own. No, relax, you didn't even do anything. Oh, my thoughts. How are you even able to tell what I was thinking like that? In any case, I guess you were right. Sorry if I caused you any concern. It's not that really big a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about the Sayori thing. Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Huh? It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time, that's all. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little much. Yep, this is true. So you think there might be something behind it after all? She's noticed something too. Well, I guess that was the case. I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she was searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Yeah, I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Oh boy. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Oh boy. Before I know it, Erica's back to the room. Or so we think. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Who should I show my poem to first? We're going to change things up a little bit, alright? I'm going to go with Sayori first. Thanks. Sorry, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? You want a nap or something? Alright. I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Wait, of course I do. That doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me. And I sometimes have to put up with you. But we have a wavelength or something. And this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. Whoa, wait! Sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sayori? Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. Sayori. I glance around the room to make sure nobody's noticed this. Sayori. I've probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sayori shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. She's feeling a little anxious, maybe a little rain cloud, a little bit of depression going on there. Yeah, that seems a little Sayori. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Next, Yuri, of course. Yeah, definitely. I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would have been a chore. It's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. But it's been fun getting to know everyone in their writing. And I guess doing some writing myself. Huh? That's comforting. Kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Yuri thinks for a good minute. Huh? Well, wait, Yuri. It's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. Overthinking? Yuri. Alright. Do you want to share your poem now? Alright, let's see what she says here. Beach. A marvel of millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface. Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss, but beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle when the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, and we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic, the breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward and return to earth forevermore. I mean, it's the descriptions are very very nature based and relaxing, even with the vibe. But that last bit, kind of grim. You say that like you didn't even want to write about it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Alright, next. Monica. Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Sure. Alright, Monica, take the poem I'm holding in my hands. That's kind of exaggerating it. I'm not shy, it's just... Oh no, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Nah, no, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Alright. Okay. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders the earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift in the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. When all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall, and I fall even more, gentle as a feather, but tranquil, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. That went from knowing everything to feeling like nothing means jack shit. See, I really put much thought into it. You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. I don't know, that depends. But this is true, we are two-dimensional creatures. You mean one-dimensional. There's always a third dimension, the fourth dimension, and some people argue the fifth or sixth dimension. Writing to the day, here we go. Okay. Alright, last one. Natsuki. This one's alright. Alright. It's not her style. So, what? Oh my god. Of course I'm at least trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away? Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. Oh man, she trying to beat my ass up now. See she. I don't like her. I was just joking. How the hell you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. No, I won't. I keep it real, son. Keep it real dumb. Natsuki holds her palm out to me like nothing even happened. Remember, if Cardi B had wrote this, it would be "I'll be your bitch," not "I'll be your beach." Okay. All right, Natsuki. Let's see what you wrote. Life is so full of troubles and fears that diminish your wonder over the years. But today you have a special place, a beach for us to go. All right, at least 2 people have written about beaches already. Monica and her. I just caught on to that. Shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about every day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought it left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathing sunbeams and hold my hand, washing insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. Again, I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about every day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you don't let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. What? It's like she was possessed by Cardi B for some odd reason and wrote this shit. She wants to be my bitch. I don't like that. You think but you know what it is? I'm not attracted to her. That's really what it comes down to. But yes, the beach is awesome. Well, Yuri's take on it was a little more solemn. Not as weird as Monica's. Monica seems a little sus. No, that was your idea. She said it was your idea, not hers. All right. What's that unusual? Hey, hold on. What did she say that was out of the blue? Oh yeah, because usually she talks about something else and then... Okay, alright. Wow, now that sounds poetic. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Where'd she go? Mm-hmm. She wasn't home. I mean, she wasn't feeling. I went home early. Y'all the ones that assumed that. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And secondly, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force the issue. That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people. What did she say? Okay. Cupcakes again. I don't with different flavors. Okay. Pretty as of course she would. Okay. No, you're not useless. It's true. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. Okay. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Mine's already racing, I see. The one who is truly okay, that's Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members. How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? Should be sitting on your butt. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. So, she's the one I want to hang out with anyway. All right. Of course. Everyone looks straight at me. Of course, I am going with Yuri. Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Everyone can tell Natsuki's feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we need to go over? Me? Guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. Why's my palm itchy? Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. Sure about that? Okay. Wait, no. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. Okay. Everyone backs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. Huh? I turn around. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Oh yeah. Yes. Huh? My house? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. Alright. In that case, won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I just need to make sure my room is clean. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Wait. You don't actually think that, do you? You're forgetting the one reason with the most. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. She thinks to herself an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. You believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. Can't believe this. Yuri's coming to my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? I don't know. Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait though. It's already Sunday. I'm getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri's clearly an introvert, also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. Extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything. But I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put off Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over, rather than asking, simply tell her I'm coming over. Much like we've done in the past. Once I reached Sayori's house, I knocked on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often, we made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Oh, there's a cow and a bird. Oh, there she is. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. Yeah, I guess you're right. It's been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? The room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decor that she's had for years now. That's because I ended up cleaning it for you. Yeah, but wait, how did you know that? Sorry, I already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Yeah, that's true. What about you? Are you going to be helping Monica today? Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. Finally gets to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. If something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. Huh? Punishment? What? Sayori grabs Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying, girl? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. See what? What are you talking about, Sayori? Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, that sucks. I've been there. Ooh, she has low self-esteem too on top of it. Yeah, people pleasing being a sign of concealing depression. Yep, I've seen that. And I've been there. Oh, it freaking sucks. I'm in shock. I can't figure out how to respond. How's it possible Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Does she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you never told me about this? I almost feel like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. There's only so much I could do. I gotta try a little bit harder, make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. There's some trauma here that happened. So for a girl to feel like that, knowing that she has a long time friend that's always been there for her and everything, then suddenly something happened. She feels that it's bad that people show that they care. It's like you want to make everyone happy, and then when you saw me interacting with others, you felt betrayed. Yeah, I sense some issues up in here. You're right. I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. See, you would think the very reason she would invite me to the club is, well, to kind of break the monotony of like just going to school, going home, going to school, going home. Or just, you would have thought, I would have inferred, the reason she invited me to the club was to have more quality time with her, but also meet the people that she likes being with, you know? And somehow she thinks she's being punished by me enjoying time with other people. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. All I want is for her to know I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. If there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. Hey, CPC. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival's tomorrow. It's gonna be fun, right? How would you like for me to spend it all with you? That's what I want. Promise. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. Okay. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want me to come along and help out? It'll be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. Alright, look forward to it. Say goodbye to Sayori, I exit her house. On my way home, I find myself feeling still uneasy. It's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri's about to come over too. They say Yuri's right. I shouldn't worry too much. We're definitely gonna have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Ooh, hello. You're a little early. Sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? You always could have texted me. If I know, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. Should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. So you brought a lot of stuff with you. Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. Take Yuri to my room. First thing she does is glance around and curiously, which makes me feel anxious. I cleaned it before you came over, so... no. I'd be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Wait, don't look in there. Snatch Yuri's wrist, which is in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. It's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Okay, atmospheric enhancements. Okay, I like the ideas. Wow. I know you plan on taking it that far. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Guess that's the best way to put it. No, not at all. Something I like about you, actually. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You relax a little. Oh yeah? Like what? Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. Okay. Yeah, it'd be neat. What's the wooden thing, though? Not familiar at all. That's a lie. I know a little bit. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. That sounds suitable. You seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Yeah, I have it over here. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? It's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's the two of us? Maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something she enjoys. Okay. Alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Huh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. Looks really fancy. Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? Yeah, I promise. Okay. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. It's, well, interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I kind of think it suits you. Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife, the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy, extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it noticeably, fidgets. You're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Ah! Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. Oh, baby. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Ooh. Startled, I instinctively pulled my hand back. No, I wouldn't. I'd let her keep doing it. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri. Sure was a little weird. Took me by surprise. But I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting. Just a little. She doesn't lift her head. Well, if she doesn't recover from this over the rest of the afternoon. Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand. I lick her index finger in return. Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. Yuri giggles shyly. Huh? Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. I don't think I need one actually. It's a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. Looks better than I expected. It would be very effective as our door curtain. It's great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. Okay. Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Okay. Cups rather than full-size glasses. All right. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back into my room. Yuri? Come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. Okay. Ah, neat. What are you going to write? Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide for when we paint. Kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors is just a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. This is a fact. That's so. If Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Oh, sorry. Yuri reels back, and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? It's not your fault, not your face. No. Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room, kneel back down in front of her. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Something wrong? Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. I finished and started to retract my hand. Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Huh? Ah. Keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. An intense expression I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What's happening? Is this the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? These gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist, send tingling sensation through my arm. Oh, you about to get some eggs, boy. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's pretty natural looking. Yeah, me too. We're gonna add the lettering now? Okay, that's true. But won't that take a while? That's totally fine. Phew. Oh no, it's not that. I'm just glad we managed to get everything done. Ah, so you don't have any time left? Secretly hoping we could have extra time after finishing the work. Yuri thinks to herself. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. Yeah. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounds like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean it's the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Oh, no problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring in tomorrow. Yuri fidgets. Wait, I can't say that without thinking. About today. It's fine we didn't have as much time as we wanted. Because we can do this again. Whenever you want, come over, or we can go out somewhere. Ah, I forgot you don't like going out much. I stumble over my words. Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so... Ooh. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Huh? Uh-oh. Sayori. Just now we weren't... Sayori beams. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. See what? What are you talking about? Okay. But remember what she said before about how she would feel happy to see other people get together and be happy. But then if I'm happy with other people, it feels like a knife to her chest type of thing. I mean, a spear to her chest. So I gotta be very careful what she's saying here. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. Oh, she having suicidal thoughts. Oh man, this is bad. Sayori, don't say that. Monica. Monica was right about what? Sayori? What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I want to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. Easier said than done, folks. The reason I say this, I once dated someone with major depressive disorder. And eventually, it's going to take more than just being someone that really cares to change this. It's part of them. It's where there's a chemical imbalance in the brain. They just can't help it. Sometimes it's trauma, which in that case it's more like circumstantial and environmental. But then sometimes people's brains, their chemical makeup's just different. Where they could be in the most happiest place in the world and somehow feel miserable and depressed. You can't really force that. Maybe medication may help to kind of balance that hoopla that's going on there, but there's no one-trick pony to this. Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. What are you scared of, Sayori? I knew it. That's what this is about. Sayori. All right, this seems a little unhealthy. That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. Slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said, I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give to you. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Yeah, hard choice. Thing is, I got to think for Yuri. Yuri's my boo, man. It just is. So, for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best, and we'll make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. Easier said than done, and not very realistic with how life is. If we're gonna talk real stuff here, this is a little off character, off screen, I would say, but there was an ex-girlfriend I was with, right? And she was with me when I was going through my shit. And even by the time I was kind of on the mend on some things and everything, things didn't play out very well in the end, and then eventually, she left me, right? And that breakup sucked. It really did. I cried. I was depressed for maybe multiple months. And the only thing that really numbed me was when I was taking medication. It was pretty rough. And then at one point, 2 years into therapy, and then eventually weaning off the medication, which was not easy because it was more a matter of, hey, don't get off the meds cold turkey, but let's just see if little by little we can lower it, and then see if eventually being off meds, I can function and I can just live life and not be miserable, right? Where depression no longer has a grip on me. Thankfully for me, again, I only speak for myself. Everyone's different. I've been able to operate without medication for a few years now. Thank God. For almost 2 years. But the ultimate falling out with my ex-girlfriend was the fact that at one point, I still wanted to be friends with her because even before things got to where, on a relational level, we did have a good friendship. But ultimately, she decided that she couldn't do it. That there's just no point of return. Like once you cross that certain point, it's like there's no going back to the way things were. Just can't, because once there's a history established, like you can't just go la di da and pretend like it never happened. Especially when it was genuine between the two of us. And I haven't heard from her since. So there's that. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Sayori. You know what's sad about this, right? It would have been out of guilt if I told her I loved her. Even though, honestly, with the choice I've been making, clearly my thing's with Yuri. I said it from the minute I learned about her in this game. Yuri was going to be my go-to, and I just dig her vibe. She's my vibe, right? Even the weird knife thing. But it would have felt like a complete injustice to tell Sayori a feeling that I don't really feel. I would have felt like I've been lying to her. And it might have been a relief for her, but I would have felt like I'd been lying to her. And then that would have hurt a lot more than if I just tell her, hey, I'll be your bestie. I'll be right there for you. Whatever you need, that type of thing. Like, I'd rather keep it honest. And maybe, like the TV version of Jon Snow, I'm a little too honest. Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Clutching her head with both her hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked I don't even know how to react. Looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori! I'm left helplessly standing in front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? It's a shitty feeling. Like, you tell her you love her because that may be the thing that helps her, but then you're lying to yourself. And you're lying to her, especially if you're attracted to someone else. There's nothing more I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is, even though I can comfort her. I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. They won't be. I'm gonna give everything I got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend. And I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. It's the day of the festival. All days I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but I decided it's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about that event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Oh boy, I'm the first one, of course. I'm early. It's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. By the way, this is usually the case with me. Usually, if I have to go somewhere, I'm there at least 30 minutes early. Sometimes a whole ass hour early, just so I can situate myself. So, which is way better than how it was in high school. High school, I used to be late all the time. Just saying, I would be like 15 minutes late to my first class. Monica's placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. It must be the one she prepared to have all the poems we're performing. Yeah, it's just a thing for me. It's the fact that when I was a kid, I was always late. I was always late. Even elementary school. You gotta think about it. I lived in New York City, right? My public school for kindergarten and fifth grade, literally less than 10 minutes of a walk from my dad's building. And guess what? I was always, always 30 minutes late. It gets better. The trip to junior high, it was even worse because I lived maybe less than 5 minutes walking the whole other direction from my dad's building. And guess what? My ass was 45 minutes late all the time. You know why? Because Dolores, the school safety officer, God rest her soul, she used to be like 8:45. I'm like, what? I could have sworn, you know. And then next thing you know, I knew this was bullshit. She must have had her clock like run 10 minutes ahead of the actual time. I was probably there at 8:30. She said 8:45. And then like not even 2 minutes of filling up my late pass, 8:50. I'm like, what? There's no way time's running that fast. High school, I would say senior year was the year that I actually was going to school on time and not being late or whatever. If there's any class I ever cut, it was always math class in my freshman year. And it was because the math was that ridiculous. So bad. I did so bad in that math class, I ended up in remedial math the next semester. That's how bad it was. But usually, even in high school, I was usually like maybe 15 minutes late. Right? So it was with college, and it was when I became a full adult. It was like, all right, I can't be doing this dumb shit no more. I need to be on time. Even when it comes to going to work, I have to go to work tonight. Work's at 10. Guess what? My ass is gonna be there at 9. Why? So I can sit down, get situated in the break room, and just relax. So that way, when I clock in, I'm ready to go. It must be the one she prepared to have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You think that on days this important she'd try a little harder? I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only say that because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Whoa, how's she know about that? Exchange. Monica, you know about that? But I stammer embarrassed. Did Sarah really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so. Huh? Monica's being as friendly as usual. But for some reason, I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh, yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is nearly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's the one I haven't read before. It's also a percent sign. Get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head. It just says get out of my head. And then get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. but the poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What is this? In the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Is that a suicide poem? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori, so, no, I won't take. I quickly leave the classroom. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little harder for Sayori. It's not that big a deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Hell, if this were Brooklyn, you know what I've been doing? Shouting her name from outside the window. Be like, Sayori! Ven pa acá! Like, I'll be downstairs and the person's upstairs and I'm calling their name and then everyone looking in the street like I'm freaking retarded. Besides, I told you yesterday things would be the same as they've always been. Except they weren't, because I didn't actually wake her ass up and get her ass to school. That's all she needs, and that's what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and I knock on the door. Don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door, I let myself in. Sayori. She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. Can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Damn it, Zach! Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori! Wake up, dummy! There's no response. I really don't want to have to enter a room like this, because I don't know if she, flicking the bean or some shit. Isn't this kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently opens the door. ¡Me cago en la yegua! The game is screwed like 307. See checks by text for details. The hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It's gotta be. This can't. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. It was normal up to a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. Yo, for real! What the I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I'd be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? That's a bit what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in me. Yo, let me tell you something, man. When we're teenagers, man, this is some shit. Nothing sucks more than being told, I'll be your friend, even though, you just told me that you basically want me to be your boo thing. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, which I always did anyway, I gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. Gotta be real, folks. When it comes to depression, not even giving the girl some dong is gonna solve it. Don't matter how good your dong game is. Doesn't fix mental illness. I mean, I could have rocked her socks off the night before, and she probably still would have done this. Just saying. Mental illness doesn't care. When someone's mentally ill and she already told us about her depression and everything's like, I know I could have prevented this. No, Ronnie. No, you couldn't. No, no. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This is some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. Now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 Oh, the logo, did it just change color? Oh, something hella weird. You see that, right? Hold on. Exit. Hold on. Let's return to the desktop for a second. Anything else? Hold on. Okay. Damn, that was... Oh, my wa mo shinderu. Check the files. Whoa. Runtime exception occurred. It'd be easier if I just delete her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Well, here goes nothing. Alfredo Marco Pradil and HK Grotesque Cyrillic. I'm trying to look at all the little things in your Bitstream. 2003, 2017 Google, 2021 Viler. It's like weird game file stuff, but internal. Huh. Rhea is working on setting up a proxy mail server so we can have proper remote communication. Who's Paula? Yeah, I was trying to do deletion. Oh yeah. Sayori's winning words. Oh, it's showing you. The words that would have kept her alive, basically. Happiness, sadness, death. Tragedy, alone, love, adventure, sweet. I almost misread that as excrement. Yeah, interesting. Fascinating. Saves, okay. Very odd. Eternal. The music, though, for real. That's what giving me the creep factor right now. So you know what? Let's take a look at the trust thing. No, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this one. The one with Sayori and Yuri. Oh yeah, it does. Sayori's the first to enter the club room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at a desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Oh, we're getting some backstory here for real. Minutes pass, no one enters the club room. Not Yuri or Monica. Monica sounds the coroner approaching the club room. He adjusts the sound of Monica's voice. Now she quickly closes the book she's reading and stands up. Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. Okay. Monica's utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking all this all of a sudden when she was so eager to spend time with Sayori before? Did not get along after all? Monica looks into the club room herself to see Sayori sitting alone inside. Monica's worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have risen. It's a little ironic she realized that she would be so conflict avoidant after having been in a debate club. Yuri nods and two set off. The two walk in silence. Without Sayori, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up conversation. Neither of them follow up with anything more. Monica tenses up at the stinted conversation. How the heck does Sayori do it? Oh, see, the good thing I'm watching this just to see what I missed, because these backstories are giving us a little extra context to the story. Yuri sighs. Yuri pauses. A moment passes in silence, then Yuri shakes her head. Monica pauses and thinks. Each individual truly does have their own needs. Yuri takes a deep breath. Oh, run that back. Unconfirmed reduced situation by either ignored, or made fun of, or taken pity on. And Sayori falls into third category. Your sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, two stop short in the hallway, prioritizing conversation over their original task. Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down with her fists clenched. I think you should tell her that. People pleasing can be a very big sign of depression. So, with Sayori, the signs were there. But I just kind of wish that our character had a little more control over what he had to say. But here we are. The people-pleasing kind, which is usually due to that person used to experiencing frustration from other people. And then they're left with thinking, oh, if I can please a person, I can please those around me, then I won't have to worry about people being disgusted or upset with me. And therefore, by making them happy, I'll actually mean something. And any disappointment or any failure in that, I'm a shitty person. That's terrible. That's terrible. Monica hesitates to finish her thought out loud. It's something that Sayori would be able to say better. Sayori is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exacerbating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better. See, what Monica's saying here isn't inherently wrong at all. Well, communication is good. Make sure you have good comprehension along with that. You got a lot of people who are great at communicating, they suck at comprehending, and therefore it's no different than just, it's kind of like hearing someone but not actually listening to someone. If that makes sense. She's another one. I love her. She my boo thing, but she another one that going through a different form of depression. She's worried of people pushing her away, so she defends herself by pushing them away first. You're so used to people pushing you away, rejecting you, seeing you as less than or other than, that when there are people that actually trying to be healthy to you and actually being accepting of you, you've normalized in your head what is toxic or what is an unhealthy way of treating people. It goes back to that saying, hurt people hurt people. And we're even seeing that with Yuri. Which is why you see that hesitance with her when I'm interacting with her. And it looks like we're about to, have some eggs. And, well, and then it's like, kind of like it stops. Like, huh. Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something. Smiles at Yuri. For just a moment, Yuri finds it herself to meet Monika's gaze, returning a shy smile of her own. Yuri and Monika finished replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monika mostly did the work, while Yuri followed along. But as the classroom once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation. Oh boy. Yuri starts toward the door, but then turns to face Monika. Yes, she prefers tea. Oh, that sounds helpful. Yuri smiles and nods after the thought. Monika waves at Yuri, then turns around, departs down the hallways as Yuri's smile fades once more. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the clubroom door. Sayori shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers, her words suddenly caught in her throat. At that moment, she realizes how Sayori had been spending her afternoon. Back to the next chapter. Got most of the way through it. Okay. Sayori holds up a sheet of paper. It's a page of notes beautifully produced with indentations, categories, and even color coding. As Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair. Oh man. Yuri presses her fist against her forehead. Sayori's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response she was expecting. Self-sabotage with her, because she's used to people pushing her away, so you have someone very accepting and welcoming, although rooted in people-pleasing, approaching her. She's trying to push her away, which is equivalent to hurting her and feeling like she's not doing the right thing that she would think would please her. It's a hot, depressive mess with these two. Sayori looks away in disgust. Yuri shakes her head. What is normal? Ask yourself that, ladies and gentlemen. What the fuck is normal? How do we categorize what is normal and what is like, 500 screws loose? I'm sorry. I don't believe in normal somehow. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I don't think normal exists anymore. I don't think it ever did. And we just sat there and lied about it. But if you want me to make you laugh, how about this? I actually watched the vice presidential debate last night, and much to my surprise, it was tame, it was sane, and it was extremely civil. So civil that for once I wasn't trying to douse my eyes in fire or my ears. I was like, oh shit, we actually have two adults in the room. It's a miracle. Much better than much better than the presidential debate we had a few weeks ago, where I just wanted to douse my eyes and ears in fire. I hope the Howell Shabiri would take over. Yeah, it really was. Don't get me wrong. I thought Vance was full of a little bit of shit, and I noticed he pivoted a bit to not sound as crazy as his running mate. But again, it wasn't wild. I was like, there's going to be some fact checking for sure. Factcheck.org is going to do the tail of the tape on those two, but I guarantee it won't be as wild and wacky. Like, I will tell you right now, when I watched Trump and Harris, my ass checked out after 30 minutes. I couldn't last watching the whole thing. I really couldn't. I checked out. Between one of them talking about freaking selling American chimps to China, to the other one talking about eating the cats and dogs, I was like, oh, what the fuck? I checked out and I just watched Game of Thrones instead. All right, so let's continue on. Uh-oh. That first see again? She's deflecting with her fear of rejection, that even though she's being accepted and welcomed by Sayori, she's pushing her away. Yuri sinks to her knees. Her voice squeaks. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard just to articulate your thoughts? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusations. She shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayori or the rest of the world. She should leave, just escape from here before Monica sees her like this. And before Sayori tells Monica what she did. But before Yuri can put any strength into her legs, she feels a warm pair of arms gently wrap around her from behind. No. Sayori whispers in a soothing voice. Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself. See, depressed people understand depressed people, no matter how different in the spectrum they are. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts, then speaks while steadying her voice. I know that feeling. You know how hard it is for me to find people around here where I can just shoot the shit and talk about Elden Ring, Game of Thrones, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, some wrestling, Berserk, or any rock and metal music, or anime, manga, and comic books, and not feel like the odd duck in the room. Kind of hard. So I understand Yuri. And I get that feeling too. We sometimes look like lunatics when we do that. Damn, I'm really feeling it for my boot thing here, man. 'Cause I get it. Sorry, I can feel Yuri's breath rising and falling beneath her arms. Realizes that as well. I had an ex-girlfriend like Yuri also. She had major depressive disorder. And every time we get close, it's like, and again, she would push me away, keep me at a distance. And that was the best case scenario. But I think my obsession with trying to help her feel better, it would lead to me, once in a blue, getting dumped. And then eventually, we get back together. And rinse and repeat until one day it got to a point where she was like, you know what, this just isn't going to be able to go anywhere. And it ended. You know. Life lessons, mental health is not easy, folks. Yeah. Yeah. Cute. Yuri fights back and smiles at that comment. Already, the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated through the caress of Sayori's arms. Yuri's tension relaxes. For once, she feels okay just listening rather than worrying so much about saying the right thing. Sayori, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be difficult for her to feel awkward, relaxed around other people. But if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience. All right, they finally got their asses off the floor. It's not good to touch people without their consent first. This is correct, folks. Boundaries. Boundaries. Oh boy. She whispers loudly. Sayori wraps her arms around Monica. A hug monster. Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell disaster. Yuri laughs. Monica perplexedly looks between two of them, then smiles. Okay. Yuri smiles. All right, we got some conclusions there. We got something here. There's interesting little art. Silly, awesome, yawny, optimistic, really fun. I can't think of an I word. Shopping list: milk, eggs, and sticky notes. To do: wake up, get ready, go. This together. Wake up early. You are loved. So she has some words of affirmation there too. Cookies, pancakes. Oh, that S thing you see there where the pancakes are? That's the 80s, 90s thing. Because most of these new kids say, yeah, I don't know about that. I'm just saying. Hey, math thing, 1 + 1 = heart. Cipher quiz, pack snacks. Haiku sonnet, acrostic. Oh, she hates acrostic poems. Those are some of the weirdest, most complicated ones to write. I ain't gonna lie. But them Hebrews know a thing or two about writing those. I ain't gonna lie. I give them props on that. Trying to see if there's anything else. Oh, yeah. So, oh, what's this? Oh, character models. Oh, it's always nice to have these. First concept sketch for the complete cast, drawn by Dave Evelyn. Review the file poem words.txt for any anomalies. Huh. Let's look at that. All right. Yeah. S point, M point, Y point. Huh. Fascinating. Interesting. That's something I'm gonna have to look up, off stream just to really understand. Got a new one. All right, folks. So here's the thing, right? The game warns you.